This is the famous Chinese water torture cell. This is the last escape Harry Houdini did before his death. This has always been one of the greatest single sensational feats of all time, something you don't see every day of the week. And this is the man who is going to attempt this dangerous feat, Mr. Steve Baker. How are you, Steve? Welcome. All right. Now, obviously, Steve, this is something that is not done every day.
No, this is probably the toughest escape I've ever attempted. For I'm going to be chained inside this thing, upside down, chained to the bottom as well as the top.
All right. Well, keep in mind that this is not an illusion. This is the real thing. Steve, how does this attempt you are going to do differ from the one Houdini did?
This was 5 feet tall. Houdini's cell was 5 feet tall. This cell is 7 feet tall. Houdini was never shackled to the bottom of the tank by his hands. He never wore handcuffs while he did it. He was shackled to the top with the leg stocks. All right? The other problem is Houdini did it in about 2 minutes. Right. I am going to try to do it in about 2 minutes myself.
Well, the reason Steve is doing this escape tonight is that because Houdini died on Halloween night, Steve feels that Houdini's spirit is here tonight to help him. Now, because of the danger involved in this escaped attempt, we have standing by over next to the tank Dr. Kent Combs of Laguna Beach, California, and registered nurse Juanita Trojan, and a safety man with an axe that can break the glass if Steve is in real trouble. This is Lieutenant Bill Cox of the Buena Park Police Department. And have you examined the cuffs and the locks?
Yes, sir, I have. I examined them very thoroughly prior to the performance. They're in excellent shape and they're good quality. And as a matter of fact, I've had all the locks and the shackles with me for the last hour.
Okay, do you think that you could get him out of them if you had to?
With the bolt cutters, perhaps.
Okay, all right. Well, Steve is going to take 3 breaths of air. He has to hold his breath for over 2 minutes. Now, on his 3rd breath, all of you try to hold your breath and see how long you last. And remember, you're sitting in a chair, he's hanging upside down, surrounded by 1,000 pounds of water, and is chained by his feet. 9 locks holding him in there, shackled to the bottom. This is Steve's wife, Julie. How you doing, Julie?
Just fine, so far.
Okay. Is Steve going to try to beat the 2 minutes tonight, Julie?
He's going to try to, but I don't know that it's possible being chained to the bottom as well. Houdini was never chained that way, so I don't know that it's possible to do it in 2 minutes.
Are you nervous?
I'm always nervous.
You're always do you know that whether he is nervous before something like this?
No. He's never, fear never enters into it. As soon as it does, he'll stop doing what he does.
Now, our medical staff is standing by with oxygen and an axe. And we're going to give you 360-degree view of this trick right now. And as you can see, there are no tunnels, no escape hatches whatsoever. Nothing other than what you are actually seeing right now. Steve is being raised up. Slowly now. Okay. All right. Okay, is that all right? Okay, Julie kissing her husband. Of course, we're all three deep breaths. 3 deep breaths. There he goes. All right, now you hold your breath with him. Here goes Steve Baker. I'm going to try and stay out of the way here. Okay, there is Steve Baker, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, all right. He's now covered up. Okay, how are you doing?
Fine. Have we got the time going?
We got the time going now? Okay, we are now into the I guess the first minute of this. 30 seconds. We have 30 seconds in. Okay?
Everybody out there holding their breath still.
Holding your breath?
Oh, we've got a few athletes.
You got a few athletes out there?
I'm scared to death.
You're scared to death?
This one really frightens me.
What do you think's going through Steve's mind right now?
Right now, the only thing that he's thinking about is getting his hands free first from the handcuffs so he can get off of the bottom, then getting...
It's 1 minute, ladies and gentlemen. 1 minute. Is everything going all right now?
So far.
I find this hard to believe, personally. 1 minute underwater like that. How long can he hold his breath on something like this?
He should be out within 2 minutes.
Within 2 minutes. And if he's not out within 2 minutes?
Well, if he's not, we're going to check and see why he's not out.
Okay, well, everybody's standing by. I hope we've got all our medical teams here and the axe. This is a little much, folks. Is he all right? Is he all right in that? You think he's all right?
I don't hear any...
It's 1 minute 30. 1 minute 30. You're still holding your breaths? Well, no? Okay, 1 minute 30. I can't...
We have had trouble in the past with this. If there is any swelling in the ankles, it can cause a problem. It can take longer. If he can't get his hands free and his ankles out, 2 minutes.
2 minutes. All right, here's the 2 minute mark. He should be coming out any second.
I don't.
You want to check? Can we open it just a little bit? All right. There he is. We're getting a signal. Let's get him out. No? He said to close it. Did you see that, ladies and gentlemen? He wants us to close it. Are you doing all right? Because I'm getting a little bit nervous here. I think we better... You want to open it? I don't know. Is he all right?
Let's. He wanted to go on. He motioned for the thing to be closed.
Well, I don't mean to interfere, but how long can this go on? He looked a little bit strained under there.
We're not going to let him go past 3.5 minutes.
Well, he's been under for was it? What's the time now? What's the time now? 2:40? Are you sure everything's all right? Whoa! Steve Baker, the world's greatest escape artist. Let him hear it. My goodness. Unbelievable. Look at that. Standing ovation. He deserves it. Unbelievable. Are you all right?
I'm fine. I'm a little out of breath.
Well, do you have a warning for anyone who might attempt this?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I've been doing this 23 years. I've been doing the water cell for 13. It's the toughest thing I've ever done. But I'm asking each and every one of you, especially the kids in the audience, don't try this kind of thing. Don't be chained. Don't be put any weights or ropes on you and go underwater. Practice all of it if you will, in part, but never do it underwater or like this.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the greatest escape artist in the world, Steve Baker.